Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
What it do, so with the camp sound like a lamb. Big boss hog. Bounce down, can't pull through the door. Hit a Titus box. Forget about soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Could be for doing enough self. Caught him if I maybe you matter. Peak game, 84s of what's way. I got 2 videos coming, right? This one is about Terence Crawford. Buckle up. And for all y'all little bud buddies or the new ones that's coming over here, I'm not one of them channels to be playing with, bro. I keep telling y'all, I'm not your average channel. You know what I mean? I'm going to go, I don't do all that talking. I'm going to say what I need to say to you every now and then, I'm gone. You know? You got, you know, and then you got, they coming over here, oh, you're just mad because Bud beat Errol. I don't give a damn that Terence Crawford be ass bitch. That don't work over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could try that with one of these other channels. That don't work over here. We fans of boxing. We're not fans of fighters. When I hear you say that, you're a sack chaser and you meat ride Terence Crawford. That's what it is. We not a fan of no fighters over here. We're a fan of the sport. Okay? I don't do all that gay stuff that y'all be doing. And I gotta talk like that over here because y'all boys be tripping. You think you can come over here and say that, right? And the only reason you saying that is because you can't refute nothing that I'm saying. I'm cooking you with facts, so then you result to that because you don't know boxing. You're a fanboy, right? That's just what it is. You're a fanboy, so you result to that. You know what I'm saying? You see the expression on my face? That's how I'm looking when I'm looking at this comment. You're a sack chaser, bro. That's immediately what I say when you're a sack chaser. Had one dude talking about, oh, you don't have a dad in your life. You're a sack chaser, bro. What are you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? You coming over here getting mad at me because I'm cooking facts about Terence Crawford and say nothing disrespectful. All I do is keep it boxing. That's what I do. I keep everything boxing. I don't say nothing personal about Terence Crawford. And this is the thing. I talk about all the good things that he do. I talk about how good of a fighter he is. They ignore that. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there and ignore all of that. But want to focus on, oh, well, you... So Terence Crawford... No, because they want me to meat ride that man, bro. Pause. They want me to sit here and say Terence Crawford's the greatest fighter since sliced bread. He's not. I'm not finna sit here and cap. And I'm not finna sit here and lie to you and say, oh, Terence Crawford's a boogeyman. One dude said, oh, Terence Crawford's a boogeyman. No, he's not. How are you a boogeyman when you ain't go where the smoke was at? You know what I'm saying? I don't think y'all understand, bro. Like, where I come from, when you want to fight somebody, you go where they at. I don't understand what y'all not understanding. Talking don't mean nothing. I can sit here and say, I want to do this, I want to do that. I can sit here and say, I want to knock out Mike Tyson. It means nothing, bro. It don't mean nothing until I go to him and be like, hey, I'm going to knock you out. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking means nothing, bro. Like, I don't think y'all, and that's because y'all, you know, a lot of y'all ain't boxed before, so y'all don't know what y'all talking about. When boss tell you this stuff, I'm telling you this from personal experience. I'm not telling you this stuff because of what I feel like y'all be doing. I feel like you're hating on Crawford. You're hating on him. That's what I see. That's the voice I hear when I see your comment. You're hating on him. You're hating on him. Stop it. This is disgusting. You're black. He's black. You can't be hating on your black brother. How am I hating on him? What have I said that's hateful? Do you know what hateful? A lot of y'all just be saying stuff because you don't like what I'm saying. So you try to say, oh, you're hating because you don't like that I'm telling the truth. I never said Terence Crawford sucks. I never said Terence Crawford's a bad fighter. You've never, ever heard me say that in none of my videos. Even when he was finna fight Errol, you never heard me say that. You can go back and verify this. I always said Terence Crawford's a great fighter. I always said that. So I don't understand this whole hate talk. You're hating on him. You're just hating. No, you don't like what I'm saying. You can't rebuttal what I'm saying. So you just throw words that you don't know what they mean and you just say it. Oh, you're hating on him. Because you don't like what I'm saying. You don't like the fact that I'm taking your favorite fighter, right? The dude you look at as your world. Some of y'all got that boy in your shower with lotion and stuff. That's none of my business. All I'm saying at the end of the day is, bro, I'm going to keep it 1,000. Right? How am I hating on him when I'm telling the truth about stuff that is the truth? Okay? Hate means that I don't like Terence Crawford. Hate means that I think he's a bad fighter. You never heard me say he's a bad fighter. I've always said he's a great fighter. Always. I still think he's a great fighter. Right? And I've even said, and this is the crazy part, as pertains to Terence Crawford, Canelo, I said if they came up together in the same weight class, or if Canelo was at 154 right now and Terence Crawford 154, it's a no-brainer to pick Terence Crawford. No-brainer. He's more skillful, right? Got that dog in him, and he gonna fight. But I said due to the weight, I'm still picking Canelo. I know the Canelo is declining. I said I want Terence Crawford to win. That's not good enough for y'all. Oh, you don't. I had a dude try to tell me you don't really want him to win. What? How do I not really want him to win? This is not boxing is not a feeling sport. Okay? The problem with this era of men is y'all getting y'all feelings too much. This is why a lot of these women are turning to other women. Right? This is why they starting to mess with other women, because they not seeing a difference. They not seeing a difference. They dealing with you, but you acting like a female. You know what I'm saying? Men got to get back to being men. That's just what it is. I've been married 15 years to the same woman. You know what I'm talking about? That let you know something right there. You know what I mean? Y'all out here being sensitive, getting in your feelings in the comment section. I don't like what you said. I feel. No. I almost cussed. You know what I'm saying? I almost cussed. Boy, I went to church today. I almost said some crazy stuff. All I'm saying at the end of the day, keep it 1,000, keep it true, coming down working with Will. Nobody care about your feelings, boy. Right? You a man. Be a man. Get out your feelings. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the video. This ain't finna be that much longer. I have to spend 7 minutes talking about that. Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather. I'm seeing a lot of people as pertains to this Canelo-Terence Crawford matchup, they keep using Floyd as a barometer stick for Terence Crawford to beat Canelo. And I'm just sitting here saying Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather. Right? Terence Crawford is Terence Crawford. For starters, Floyd Mayweather, right? Money May was a complete fighter, but he was more defensive minded, right? And what he would do is he would use his defense to generate offense. So he thought defense first, right? Whereas Pretty Boy Floyd was more offensive. He thought offense first. You know what I mean? So Floyd, Money May used his defense first, right? So Money May, they fought Canelo in spurts, walked Canelo down, countered Canelo, threw in between Canelo shots, made it look easy. Bud don't fight like that. Bud is a killer. Bud wants to walk you down and knock you out and counter you, right? That's what Terence Crawford is. He's an elite counterpuncher. What don't y'all understand? He's not Floyd. Terence Crawford's defense is really not even that good. His offense is so elite, right? That people uplift his defense automatically because his offense is so good, right? That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford's offense is one of the best. He has the best offensive attacks in boxing. We're going to give him his props. But his defense is not elite. Terence Crawford can't fight a whole fight or go a whole round without getting hit. He going to get touched. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But he's so offensive minded. He's so great offensively. He don't really need to focus on his defense like that. Of course, yeah, you need to make a defensive movement off an offensive attack, right? But if he got a guy that's coming to get him, Bud is not a guy that can slip, you know, all the punches, you know, for a whole round. If they tie Bud Crawford's hands behind his back and they say, hey, man, don't throw no punches this round, just elude punches, he's not going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? He's an elite counterpuncher. He's an elite. He trying to get you, bro. That's it. That's all he trying to do. Now there's different versions of defense. I'm not gonna sit and say he don't have no defense, but his defense is not up to par as his offense is. That's what I'm saying. He's elite offensively. He's not elite defensively. He's not like Floyd. He's not like Money May, right? And we need to stop trying to compare these young fighters to these legends. You putting too much pressure on them. Now Bud is 30, he's 37, finna be 38 years old, so he's not a young guy. But all I'm saying at the end of the day is like, we don't need to put no pressure on him, bro. He is who he is. He's Terence Crawford, right? Elite counterpuncher, 2-time undisputed champion, right? Great fighter. As it pertains to this Canelo fight, he gonna have to utilize his offense, right, to beat Canelo. Because if he try to do that defense, though, Canelo is gonna get him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you the type of fight, Bud is gonna try to come get Canelo, bro. That's what it is. Now, what I think he should do is use his offense as far as staying long. Keep Canelo on the outside and just utilize his jab. And each time Canelo come in or try to come in with something, keep him on the end of your punches, right? So as soon as Canelo get aggressive, jab, bop, 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 switch. And then I think also him utilizing the fact that he's ambidextrous, that's a tongue twister, from going to orthodox to southpaw. I think he should utilize that in this fight. That'll confuse Canelo, because Canelo, I don't think can think on the fly that fast. So I think Bud can be able to use that and be able to win by unanimous decision, right? But it's all depending on if he can take that power of Canelo, and if that weight don't get him tired, because he's never fought at this weight class before. That's another thing that y'all sack chasers don't understand. When you get in these upper weight classes, you got to be able to acclimate to the weight. You know what I'm saying? If you fighting at a weight you've never been at, right, and you trying to, fight this other, your body may not be accustomed to that. So you in there trying to go toe-to-toe with a dude that's bigger than you, and you get tired. Now, Bud never get tired in fights, right? But he's at a new weight class. We do not know how this is gonna affect him. We don't know. So how can we sit here and ignore the facts? Okay? Terence Crawford is not Floyd. Right? All y'all who sitting there trying to, and the reason why y'all using that because he's black. So he black, Floyd black, so y'all just assume automatically, yeah, he gonna fight like that. He don't fight like that, bro. He doesn't fight like Floyd. You know what I'm saying? He's not slick. Bud is an elite counterpuncher. He gonna look to counter Canelo, and I definitely see opportunities that he could capitalize on. But he got to keep Canelo on the outside. That's it. If he try to stand in the pocket with Canelo, all right. If he try to stand there with that boy from Guadalajara, Mexico, he try to stand in that pocket and go toe-to-toe, blow to blow, Bud gonna end up on the floor. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.